Hey there, how you doing? I'm Barb Geisel and welcome to my channel, Dating Consciously for the Awakened Soul. Today I'm going to talk to you about intuition. Now, I've looked it up and the definition of intuition is the ability to understand something instinctively without the need for conscious reasoning. Conscious reasoning. Isn't that interesting? This is conscious dating for the awakened soul. So, I want you to consciously reason by paying attention to your intuition. That is conscious dating. I hope that makes sense, but it's true. So we are all born with intuition. And yet, some of us think we don't have intuition. Intuition disappears. Why is that? Maybe somebody says something to you like, "That's not true. Forget that." Maybe it's a teacher. Maybe it's a parent. Maybe it's a sibling. Why would someone say that? Well, people will have you question your intuition because it serves them. This is a way that people get their needs met. Perhaps they just don't understand your intuition. They can't relate to your intuition. But your intuition is yours and is there for a reason. So, my definition, well, it's not really a definition, but how I feel about how I feel about intuition is what your heart is telling you. Logic is what your head is telling you. Now, if we can connect the logic with the intuition, if we can connect the head with the heart, then we're way ahead of the game. But the heart needs to lead the head. The heart needs to tell you what to do. The heart needs to tell you what's right and what's wrong. And if you listen to the heart, if you listen to your intuition, then you'll be ahead of the game and you'll be far more successful in dating and relationships. Because in my opinion, intuition is really a message right from the higher source. This is not the higher source. Don't let this get in the way. So, let's talk about some examples. Perhaps you're online dating and you're chatting with a man and he sends you a picture of himself. But meanwhile, it doesn't look like any of the other pictures on his profile. So, you feel it in your gut. And your gut's like, whoa, what's wrong with that picture? Literally, what's wrong with that picture? Pun intended. So, you need to question that. What is wrong with that picture? What's going on? Why is that? If you're not trusting that, then you're choosing to overlook it. So, why would you overlook your intuition? Why would you not trust your body, your heart? Well, chances are you're not trusting your intuition because you want the end result that you think you're going to get without trusting your intuition. And you think that if you trust your heart, if you trust the intuition, that's going to take you away from that end result. So in this instance, you think, oh, he's a really nice guy. I want to go out with him. He seems perfect on paper. Why would I pay attention to that red flag? By not paying attention to the red flag, you're trusting your head and not your heart. And by not paying attention, you're ignoring the truth. Because intuition is instinct, and instinct is truth. So, how do you know it's intuition? You hear people talk about intuition all the time. We know it exists. A lot of people don't talk about it, but they might call it by different things. Instinct, gut. The more you can develop your intuition, the more successful you'll be in dating, the less you will waste time with the wrong people, the more you will streamline your efforts and get to the end goal, which is a happy, healthy relationship. So how does intuition happen? How do you know it's your intuition? You might think you don't have intuition. A lot of people think they don't have intuition, just like they think they don't have creativity. It's in all of us, but we squash it. So you're going to feel intuition in your body, and you need to figure out where you feel it. I feel it in my gut. I feel it in my head. You might feel it in your shoulders. You might feel it in your neck. You might feel it in your solar plexus. You might feel it in your back. But when you feel a physical sensation that says, oh, there's something wrong here, do pay attention to that. So why wouldn't you pay attention to that? Why would you trust anything other than that? Remember, if you have an intuition and somebody challenges you on that, such as when you're a child, you might say, I don't think that's right. I don't like what he said, and I don't want to play with him. Well, someone else might say, what do you mean? You're crazy. He's a nice guy. Let's go play. He's got a big sandbox. Let's go play in his sandbox. So, and you go, okay, I want to play in the big sandbox. That's an example of you squashing your intuition for the gain of some sort of higher purpose, which is play in the big sandbox. So, really, it's that simple. So, there are ways to strengthen your intuition. One is to figure out where you feel in your body. Another is to meditate. Just get into a quiet space, whether you're familiar with meditation or not, and just take time. Sit alone, sit in nature. Ask yourself, what does this mean? But the important thing is to not ignore it. Another way to develop your intuition is to journal. I get huge revelations when I journal. It's like I journal physically, hand to paper, not keyboard. When you journal, it's like you're getting messages right from a higher source. And that's what tuition is. It's from our higher source. So when you do pay attention to your intuition, you're on the fastest path to love. So when you do pay attention to your intuition, you can spot those red flags. So a red flag is what your intuition sees. You ignore the red flags when you're paying attention to your head. You ignore the red flags when you're so focused on the end goal of what you desire that you're ignoring what is not there for you. So you need to pay attention to your intuition. Ignore the dreams and the desires. If you're not paying attention to your intuition, then you're actually going down the wrong path. So it's important to not do that. So I'm really curious to know from you how you strengthen your intuition, where you feel your intuition, and how it has benefited you in the past and what's happened when you haven't trusted your intuition. I'd really like to hear your stories, because I know there's a few more video topics in here on few more videos in this topic. So please like, subscribe, and share the video, but more importantly, comment so I know what's going on for you, so I can pick the right topics for the next videos. Thanks. Have a great day. Mwah.